been a while. That's usually how these things go. But braids are out, hair is back, and she's flourishing, okay? She is thriving right now. Thriving. At least that's what I'm going to claim. Claim thriving hair. I mean, I think she looks pretty good, all things considering. Anyway. Today's Tuesday, March 25th. Sounds right. I think that's correct. Today's MRI day. So if you remember me mentioning back in like early February, I think, or maybe even late January, I had to schedule another MRI before I could see my consulting physician to talk about possible surgery. And it's finally here 2 months later. So I'll have the MRI done today, and then I have to still wait like 2-3 weeks to see the consulting physician. But time is moving. Time is moving, and where I thought this day was like so far away, it's here. So just trusting God through all of this, because it's a lot to take on yourself. And why would I want to do that? It's so stressful. So stressful. Anyway, hello. Hi, my name is Elisa. If you're new here, I talk about a lot of things, but mostly just my period and me dealing with endometriosis and running a small business full time, which I have not been able to do. So a lot of this is just me existing and trying to figure out this new life balance, because if I'm not around, then the work doesn't get done anyway. So I need to focus on me right now. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, that's what this channel's about. If you're into it, stick around. If not, whatever. Hi and bye. So today's MRI day. I am praying that the endometrioma, the cyst that I have on my ovary, has at least shrunken a little bit. If it's not, gone, but at least maybe it's shrunken a bit, so it's not as impactful to my day-to-day, and I can survive a little bit longer before having to have the surgery, because I really want to get through a few things before I'm down in recovery mode. I start a new accelerator program in about a week, and that runs through the beginning of June. So I want to be able to be functional for that, because it's in person, and also because I want to be clear-headed enough to know what's next, right? If I'm going to pivot, if I'm going to readjust some things business-wise, or if I'm going to stick to what I've been doing, but actually start doing it again, because I'm no longer in a state of limbo. I feel like after this MRI and then after the appointment, I'll have a clearer picture of what's ahead, what I can do to move forward. I'll have a better timeline, and that's a lot of why I haven't been planning things, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing when I'm going to be doing it. So I don't want to plan for something and then I have to backtrack and cancel it, or whatever the case. So I'd rather have a clearer picture than not. So I want to be able to get through this program, and I have a trip coming up that I need to take. And then once that's done, then I have pretty much a clean slate for the rest of the year to do what I need to do. So that's where I am now. And yeah, that's really it. I haven't vlogged in a couple weeks because there hasn't been anything to vlog about. I haven't done anything watch-worthy, I guess you can say. I mean, sure, there's conversations I probably could be having at the very least to just, keep the momentum going, keep the knowledge flowing. Yeah, I haven't really been in the mood. Plus, minus a week because minus a week because it was my cycle week, and I don't do anything during my cycle week, so it's been pretty quiet on this side of the internet, but that's okay. You don't need to be everywhere all at once at all the time, so breaks are good. peace is good. Yesterday, I went to one of my favorite parks out here in San Diego and just basked in the sun. Me and two friends, we got together and just like kikied on the grass, watched the clouds go by, and it was really lovely. And I want more of that for all of us, especially you know who. But yeah, I want more of that for us to just like be. I feel like we don't have moments to just like rest and relax and watch the clouds go by. Like, when is the last time you've sat and just watched the clouds go by? Like, it's mind-boggling to me that we don't take these moments more often. We take them for granted more often than we take the moments. And I want to be in a space where I live. I want to live, you know? You only get this one life to live, and I want to live it. And a lot of that is ensuring that my health is well enough to do so. And that's what I'm doing now, focusing on my health. And once I get through this rendition or this edition of things, then I can move on to the next phase. And a lot of that too is like my mental health, my emotional health, not just my physical health, but like all of it, like the entirety of my being. My spiritual health is a huge thing. Being more intentional about waking up early in the morning before the world wakes up and just having that quiet, intentional time with God is, oh, chef's kiss. It's like your day just goes so much better when you do that. I have been doing it daily, but it's more effective when I like do my 5 a.m.s. I wake up at 5 a.m., I make tea, I read my Bible, do a devotional from the YouVersion Bible app, and pray. Like, prayer is a huge, huge, huge asset to your life, because it's your time to like really talk to God. And I mean talk to him, yell at him, cry to him, praise with him. He can take whatever you throw his way. So like, just do it. Just talk to him like you're kikiing with your girlfriends or your guy friends. Like, just let it all loose, and he'll, you know, answer you, or he won't answer you. Or at least you won't hear the answer right away. I haven't had like a moment where I've actually like heard his voice before. So yeah, I feel like I still wait for that like Morgan Freeman type situation where like that's never gonna happen. But there are like those still quiet moments where things start aligning and you start recognizing that, oh yeah, like that's God. Like that's the answer to the prayer I've been waiting for. And yeah, I'm still like trying to figure out what my next move is, or like what my purpose fulfilled looks like. That's the answer that I'm waiting for. But man, be careful when you pray for patience, I tell you. You will get it. So today's MRI day, and I will be doing that. What to expect from an MRI? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember. The last one I did was the first one I did. And they have you change. I think you put on like, not a robe, a gown. Yeah, you put on a gown. And then I think you also get like a thing, like a vest to put over your body once you're like in the room. I have to do one with contrast. So they put an IV in, and then halfway through or towards the end of the MRI, they put the dye through the IV, and then like the last 10 minutes or so are the imaging with the contrast inside of you. And the last time I did it, it made me a little bit nauseous. Didn't care for it, but prayerfully I'll be fine. I can't eat or drink like 4 hours before, so I'm pretty much done eating for the rest of the day until my appointment. The place that I go to, they give you headphones and ask you what music you want to listen to. So I have that, thank God. A friend told me that their place that they went to doesn't give you music. They just give you like flimsy earplugs. And if you've ever been to an MRI appointment, like those machines are loud. they're very loud and it could be like disorienting a bit. So I would ask, like, as you're making the appointment, like what they offer you. Like if they offer you headphones for music or just headphones in general to like kind of like noise canceling ones to block out that noise. Or if you need to bring your own, if you're allowed to bring your own. I had to take all my jewelry off. So like you see, except for, so my nose ring doesn't come out. It just doesn't. And I am one with my nose ring. So last time they said it's fine because I'm just getting a pelvic MRI done. So my face isn't really affected by it. So they said it was fine. So it's fine. But I took all my other jewelry off. And the last time I had waist beads, I took those off and I haven't put them back on since. But I miss my waist beads. What else? They talk to you throughout. So there'll be times when they'll say to breathe in and you'll have to hold it for a bit while they do an imaging and then you release it. But they talk to you throughout. They ask you how you're doing. At least they should. The last guy that I had, he like talked to me throughout it, asked me how I was doing, helped or prompted me when to breathe and not breathe. And yeah, and let me know like how far into it I was, how much time I had left. And yeah, they're very communicative. Yeah, I would say if you have someone that can drive you, to have someone drive you, because afterwards you might feel a little disoriented and so you'll need someone to be able to drive you home. I think it's always great to have like a support person with you when you go in for like imaging or tests or appointments in general. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have someone, consider like doing a ride share or something. But yeah, I would say if you can have someone with you, to have someone with you. It's very helpful. Yeah, I can't think of anything else right now. I will check back in after to let you know how it went. But yeah, this is my life. Tests and imaging and appointments. And I start acupuncture tomorrow. So that's something that I'm hoping to do consistently and hopes that it will help with the pain and like the chronic pain. So like the pain that I get outside of my cycle week. I'm hoping that the acupuncture can subside and alleviate that completely. Now I think that's it. So I am going to get through some emails that I've been putting off. Probably read my book. This is what I'm reading right now. It's really good too. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll check back in after the appointment, let you know how it went. And then once I get results and things like that, of course, I always share my story because you never know who else is experiencing this. And I think the more information that we have and we can share with each other, the better. It's not a time to be alone. This condition is isolating enough as it is. So, okay, ta-ta.
I swear that happened so fast. Like, I got there. They say to arrive like at least a half an hour before. And I got there like maybe 25 minutes before because there was a little bit of traffic. And they gave me this paperboard. What do you call those things? Clipboard. They gave me a clipboard with like paperwork to fill out. And like I sat down, started writing, and then they called my name. So I didn't even finish it. But I guess it doesn't really matter. Called my name. Then I had to go in, change, put the gown on. They gave me 2 gowns so that I was fully covered. So I was grateful for that. Put everything in a locker. Then you get a key. And then you go to the other room since they were doing the contrast, the dye, they had to put an IV in. So they did the IV. And then I sat there for probably like 10 minutes before they were ready. Someone else was in there, the appointment before me, so I had to wait a bit. And then the guy came out, explained what they were going to do, and went in. They gave me headphones and a little ball to squeeze in case of emergency. Like if I freaked out, there's a ball that you can squeeze and they pull you out. And this time they didn't ask me what I wanted to listen to. They just already had music on, which was fine. It was like a Bruno Mars playlist or something. Like really like easygoing, like pop
poppy songs that I assume are to relax you. And then I think I made the whole thing lasted 6 songs. I counted how many songs there were. So there were 6 songs in total, and then it was over. I don't remember the first one being as loud as it was. Like, it was really loud. And like part of it, like you start like shaking, not you physically shaking, but the machine, from the vibration, like you're shaking. So I don't remember that happening the first time. And the other thing they didn't do this time was have me like hold my breath. The first time I did an MRI, there were like a few, probably like 2 or 3 times throughout the duration of the imaging where they would come on. I could hear them through the headphones, and they would say, hold your breath here and release it once the sound stopped. And they didn't do that this time. So I was expecting, I was like waiting for it. And I was like, I hope I'm not like, I can't not hear them or something. But I could hear them whenever they did say something. So I guess I just didn't need to do it that time or this time. I don't know. But either way, it seemed fast. They said it would be like 15 minutes of letting it do its own thing, and then 3 minutes once the contrast is in. And that's pretty much what it was. So I think maybe 20 minutes in total, give or take. 6 songs. That's like 20 minutes. I don't know how long the songs were though. You have no sense of time when you're in those machines. But yeah, they were really, really loud this go around. But I just kind of like tapered my breath and was fine. Closed my eyes and just let it do its thing. So hopefully I'll have results in a few days. Everything that needs to be seen and imaged has been seen and imaged, and then we can have a course of action moving forward, because I'm really over all of this and I just like want a clear path, I just want a clear path. So that's what went down. So MRI complete. Now I just wait for the results, and then a consultation in a couple weeks. And yeah, that's that. Appreciate you guys checking in for the updates of my life. Very exciting stuff over here on this side of the internet. I know. All right. Peace out.